Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Thanks for all the well wishes, man. While I was, fighting this COVID, I'm still rumbling with it, but I think I'm getting ready to knock it out. So I appreciate all the love, man. Appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate everybody who watched my show, man, and definitely everybody who shared with somebody who needs to hear this stuff. So, I was thinking this morning to tell y'all about these little things in prison, man, that'll get you caught up, man. It's so many things in prison that'll get you caught up when you in there. You already caught up when you done went to prison, man. Now it's just navigating, all these rocky roads, man, that you're going to have to navigate while you in there. And crazy enough, man, the smallest things in prison will get you late, man. The smallest things, the things that's so minute out here, so inconsequential, is crazy in prison. They become monumental. They become big issues, And ice, yes, frozen water. Ice is one of them. Man, there's been so many battles, so many heads bust open, so many people knocked out, so many people, hit with that Bethlehem, hospital trips, helicopter rides, all over ice. Ice. Yeah, ice is crazy, but it's real in prison. Partly is because of the frustration, the irritation that's on everybody by being, cooped up and locked up, caged up with all these other different people, different attitudes, different personalities, different races, a lot of different issues. That's part of it. And then, the conditions, like I said, it's hot, man. In the summertime on certain institutions, man, it is blazing hot, and you cooped up with little ventilation and, just people around you is miserable, man. How them dudes live in Africa, I do not know, but it's miserable, man. Even like when I went to Las Vegas, man, out there when we went ATV ride, man, out there in the desert, man, it was just blazing. I mean, the sun was just beating down on you. So just imagine being in those type of conditions when you cooped up and locked up. You're already irritated, like I said, frustrated, and then you got the battle for ice. You got the battle for ice, man. Ice is so in demand in there in the summertime. It's just crazy. They don't have enough. A lot of prisons, they, get ice from other places. They go get ice and bring it on the compound, daily just to try to have enough ice, but they never have enough ice. Never. And when they run out of ice and it's hot, that's when the BS start. That's when the trouble start. Dudes want to fight over the ice. You got too much ice. He ain't get enough ice. He ain't get no ice. So dudes got a problem with that, man. You got dudes that, go to that ice machine and with all intentions on getting them some nice good old ice cubes, man. Drink some cold water, cold soda, whatever it may be. And they'll pop the hood on that joint and they'll see it ain't no ice in there and they'll slam that thing down, man, and just lose their mind. Man, who got all the ice? Man, I'm sick of y'all in here taking all this ice. Man, what? Who can? And they ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes will go down there, man, and get a cup of ice. Dudes will go down there and get a couple of cups of ice. Dudes will go down there with a whole bag and get a bag of ice. Dudes will go down there with a whole bucket and get a bucket of ice. Dudes go down there. We get foot tubs in prison, man. Like dudes go over there and get foot tubs, to soak their feet in or whatnot. If they got bad feet or whatever, they go to medical. But a lot of times dudes will go over there to get them foot tubs just for the sole purpose of making them an ice cooler, just for the sole purpose of having it to put ice in and set sodas in to keep them cool, set your food in there to keep it preserved, because we ain't got no refrigerator or nothing like that. All of that, I'm a victim of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a victim of that. I bought foot tubs from dudes, and to do the same thing, to keep my sodas in. I used to be a ginger ale addict, man. I used to drink ginger ales every day. That was the only soda that I drank. I used to drink them every day. At one point in time, I used to keep my food on ice, because I get dudes that steal food from the kitchen because I didn't go to the kitchen, so I get them to steal food. The ones that stole food from the staff side, they bring me back food, man, that we couldn't get, barbecue or real beef or, chicken or chicken patties and things like that. And I keep them on ice so I can, at least have them for a couple of days where I ain't got to try to eat everything at one time. I try to keep it preserved. Put them in some Ziploc bags, seal them up, wrap them up, and set them on ice so they'll stay good. I can have it for a day or two whenever I wanted to make a meal or whatever I wanted to make. Some of that pure deliciousness, because I can take something and turn it into something. You feel me? So, yeah, I used to do it, man. So, I used to get the ice. But, my attitude about the ice was, first come, first serve. The ice down there or certain blocks got ice machines. The ice machine would run out in itself because dudes would get so much ice. But only certain blocks had ice machines. Other blocks only had ice coolers, where they would fill up 3 coolers for 84 people 3 times a day. 3 times a day. And I'm telling you right now, especially like on Nottoway, the last place I was before I was in re-entry, them 3 coolers would be, when they bring that ice in there on ice call, and they bring them 3 coolers in there, them 3 coolers would be empty within 10 minutes. 10 minutes, the ice is gone. So if you don't get down there to get the ice, within the, be in line. Dudes are lined up to try to get the ice when they know it's coming. They say ice call. Somebody, the dudes that's delegated to go get the ice will, go out the building, take the coolers out the building and get the ice and bring the ice back in. And, dudes will be lined up waiting for the ice to come back because they know if they ain't in line, they might not get none. Especially the dudes that wasn't, about their work, they can, fend for themselves. They had to be at the front of the line or they won't get none at all. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes even when they get in the front of the line, dudes are disrespecting when they see that ice getting running low, they'll go cut right in front of them and just get some ice on their own. Now it's up to you whether you gonna say something or you gonna just be quiet and bite your tongue. You see what I'm saying? So to me it was always first come, first serve. Now I will tell you, you got people you got people out there that'll tell you that I'm an ice monster because I get a lot of ice. You know what I'm saying? Especially like my homeboy Scoob. He always joke me. And, shout out to Scoob, man. Universal Scoob. Y'all go check him out. Spectacular rapper, my little homie out there in Maryland. Shout out to him. Shout out to my homeboy Nut. He's still in the belly of the beast. Alan Shaw, we fighting for his liberation as well. And all my other soldiers that still locked up. But they'll tell you I'm an ice monster, but I would say I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't feel like I ever bullied the ice. I just felt like I knew what had to be done. I stayed ready, so I had to get ready. When I know it's ice coming, I go there to get ice. If I know I'm not going to be in the building, if I'm outside working out or something, I leave my bag in there or bags. Sometimes I had bags with somebody else and tell them, man, give me some ice when the ice come in, man. If I ain't in here, fill these bags up for me, woo, woo, woo. Even if it was my celly or something. Now, a lot of times, like when I had my celly Keith, the coffee monster, he was small and old and a little scary. So sometimes I come back in and he ain't get the ice because he done let dudes bully him and get in front of him. Or they done told him, man, you ain't filling them bags up with ice or whatever. And he'll get scared and he'll just tell me when I came in, man, I wouldn't get the ice, man. But they like, man, I can't fill the bag up. I'm like, how somebody gonna tell you can't fill it? Man, did you tell me you was getting the ice for me? You were like, man, they were like, and I'm like, who? So I might pull up on somebody or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of that. I take that. I pull up on somebody and say, man, look, that's my celly, man. If he getting some ice, You know what I'm saying? He getting it from me, and you don't run the ice and don't be telling nobody he can't get no ice. Man, I told, yeah, okay, I'm just letting you know. You know, stuff like that. But he avoided confrontation. So you ain't got to do but tell him one time, he gonna get on out the way. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times like that, man, or, you know, I would leave it in there with somebody if they weren't going outside that I knew can go get the ice and wouldn't have a problem. Because I actually needed the ice for the reasons that I told y'all, you know what I'm saying, to keep my food preserved and whatnot. But I felt like if you wanted the ice, you would be down there to get the ice and you would get it, you know what I'm saying, be in line and be ready. So you got dudes that lay in bed to sleep all day, dudes that go ripping and running, they on the phone, they doing this, they doing that, and then when the ice is coming in there, then they waiting, and when they finish doing everything they doing, they want to leisurely go over to the ice cooler, and there ain't no ice in there, then they got an attitude. You should have been ready for the ice. The ice come in here at the same time every day, or almost at the same time every day. It ain't gonna vary too much different. But that was the issue, you know what I'm saying? But like I told y'all before, remember Goldie, shout out to Goldie, my dude Goldie. When me and Goldie first met, that's how we, you know, bumped heads from the beginning over ice. Because Goldie was new in the block, and, you know, as y'all seen, Goldie a big old dude, and he was new in the block, but he won't new to penitentiary. A lot of dudes already knew him, and he already had a reputation of whatever. So when he got in the block, and he seen how the ice thing was going, and he stayed, you know, working out and playing ball, so he always be at rec and come back in, and he, you know, thirsty and hot, especially in the summertime, he looking for ice. So when he saw how the ice thing was moving in our block, he tried to take control of the ice and say, oh, look, man, we gonna do this with the ice, man. We gonna come on, so nah. Hey, everybody just get one cup, man. That's all we gonna do. So we gonna get one cup, man. You know, everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta respect each other in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We you know. So he took it upon himself to take the ice when it come back, to set the ice coolers on the table, and had a dude with each cooler sitting up there giving dudes a cup of ice when they come to get ice. Man, y'all know I won't go in for that. You know what I'm saying? I won't go in for that at all. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to get, how to get, and when to get if it's some state stuff. I've been locked up all this time, man. Everything in the state belong to me because they done took everything from me. So everything belong to me. You not gonna tell me about what to do with no state stuff. Only people gonna tell me to do that is the CO, period. You see what I'm saying? So I won't try to hurt. So I remember I went down there to get some ice, and they talking that foolishness, telling me something, man, dude say we just getting one cup, because I had my bag. We used to get cereal bags, and I didn't even eat cereal. I had long ago stopped eating cereal. When I was young, I loved cereal. I had long ago stopped eating cereal. But I used to order cereal off the holiday pack just to get the bags, because, you know, it's a Ziploc bag. We couldn't get certain type of bags and couldn't get our hands on certain stuff in prison. But these cereal bags was about yay high, about that wide, and they had a Ziploc on it when you finished, and it was sturdy, so it wouldn't leak, and water couldn't get in it, so you could put food or whatever in it, set it in a bucket of ice, and keep it preserved. So I ordered cereal just for the purpose of having bags. These are the things you have to do in prison. You have to make do with what you got. You understand? So I used to do that, man, and I used to take them cereal bags then, and sometimes two, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes two, you know, School would tell you three or one, he capping though, but sometimes two, but you know, I'm definitely gonna get one. And I go down there and I fill them up and I take them up there and I put them in my cooler. And you know, I go down there with the bag and the dude gonna tell me, you gotta get a cup. I said, man, you don't get out of my way with this foolishness, man. You know, and that's how it all started off. He telling me, ooh, I get the ice and go to come over there and tell me, now look, so I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hurt none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to politic about no ice, this state ice, man. You know, no, but so I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we first had our class. But like I say, being that we men, you know what I'm saying, we was able to talk it out and work it out, you know, but at the time, I'm ready to thug it out and fight it out, because you're not going to tell me what to do with some state stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how easy things can get out of hand when you talking about, you know, something so trivial as ice. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want it just because it's hot, and then some people want it just because. You know what I'm saying? And we had a whole lot of problems just on that camp alone, man, with that ice with Nottoway. I told you had that dude Big Show, he GD, he tried to start gangstering a whole cooler. He gonna take a whole cooler. You had Preem big old boy from New York, man. Shout out Preem, man. Big old boy from New York, man, about close to 400. He started taking a cooler to his cell. So if you got one dude taking a cooler to his cell, another dude taking a cooler to his cell, he holding the ice, the whole cooler for his homeboys. He holding the whole cooler for his homeboys that's not in the building. And then so you leave one ice for the rest of the park. Man, y'all got to be tripping. You know what I'm saying? So I got to the point, I'm like, man, whoever got the cooler in their cell, man, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming to get some ice when I need some ice. I'm telling you that right now. So that was causing a little confusion within itself, and, looking back on it in retrospect, man, I probably was tripping, you know what I'm saying? Because I should not have put myself in harm's way for some ice, especially when I'm trying to go home, especially when I done did more times than all these dudes, especially when I got more to lose than all of them, so, but I was putting myself in harm's way because when I was coming to get that ice, if you ain't want to give it to me because you had it in your cell, you can rest assured it was going to be some problems, and it was going to be some problems. It was going to be some, some real problems because I wanted it and I was going to get it by any means necessary. So looking back on it in retrospect, I was tripping, but like I say, when you in the midst of something, you can't see that you tripping. All you see is what you want to see. And sometimes it's the wrong thing. Yeah, sometimes it's the wrong thing, man. You seeing what you want to see because it fits your agenda. I know that now. I look back and I analyze everything that I've been through. I analyze everything that I did. And, I stand corrected in a lot of things, but I did what I had to do when I had to do it. And at the time, I always felt like that was the right thing, But I've seen so much, drama and violence and chaos over simple ice, man. Simple ice. I've seen dudes get mad because they didn't get no ice. So when the ice came back in there the next time, they grab the cooler, grab a whole cooler and try to take it to their cell. Somebody say something, they take the cooler and throw it across the pod and ice go everywhere. Then dudes want to rumble with him because who is you to throw the ice because you ain't getting no ice. And he breaking gangster about the ice, but then dudes getting even more gangster, man. You disrespecting everybody, man, with that, man. If you got a problem with somebody who getting all the ice, step to them. Don't be throwing all the ice on there. Man, you don't tell me, bang, bang, bang. They fighting, they rumbling, you know what I'm saying? They get it in, you know what I'm saying? All over the ice, you know what I'm saying? All over the ice. I've seen some cats get bold and say they ain't come down there looking the ice, pop a top, no ice. Boom, shake the cooler, no ice. Pop another one, no ice. Bang, knock all three of them all over on the floor and scream, yeah, that's all right. Next time the ice come in here, I don't get no ice. I'm telling you, I don't get no ice, man. Somebody gonna die up in here. I mean that, and dudes looking at them like who? who gonna die? I mean, what you saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, and go in the cell, come out, act like he's scrapped. If he's scrapped or not, don't nobody know unless you run up on him. And he's standing up out here, and he's saying the next time the ice come in, he gonna be standing by the ice cooler. And he shown up, he's standing by the ice cooler with his hand in his pants like he got that Bethlehem. And and he got his cup, and I'm gonna get some ice, and he got a bag, I'm gonna get some, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Anybody got a problem with, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me unless you call my name. It don't matter to me. I long ago got past dudes just hollering out blatant statements. It might hit me at first like, who he talking to? But when I was younger, if they said that, I address it. Who you talking to? And that caused me a lot of drama, you know what I'm saying? Because I was always the one to speak up because I don't know, I just, feel those, goosebumps popping over me like, is he really talking to me and just saying it out loud? And that was just an ego thing. But I long ago got past that, and I don't care what these dudes say as long as they don't say it to me. I don't care what you do as long as it don't affect me. You can do all of that. But if that ice come down there and I go down there and get some ice and you standing there with your hand in your pants like you gonna do something to me for getting some ice, yeah, we gonna get it in. And that's what we gonna do. We gonna get it in. We gonna get medieval in this joint because if you got one, I got one. We gonna have a duel up in this camp. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't want to get into all of that. I definitely didn't want to get into all that, but I was down for all of that because ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do in the penitentiary unless you got a uniform on. And I ain't even want to hear that from them. you know. And that's how it ended up, you know, coming when it came down to it. Not way. It was so many dudes getting beat up, so many dudes get the rumbling, so many dudes get the complaining, and then you got the, you know, you got the hopping bobs, you know, they'll sneak to the people and or write a note and say, man, we can't get no ice, man. They taking all the ice, or the gang dudes and whoa. Cause you got the factor in them in too. Then you had the gang dudes. They start trickling into the system. So now they want to run everything. They want to have their own shower. They want to have their own phone. They want to have their own cooler of ice. You know what I'm saying? All of this foolishness. Like they, you know, showing up just running the whole jump. You know, everything in there, they want to put their name on something where this is only for blood. This is only for Crip. This is only for GD. This is only for, you know, MS-13. You know, all of this stuff, man. This is what's going on up in there. This is the type of life you living when you in prison. You got to deal with all of this. If you're an individual that's standing on your own 2 feet and you ain't got no gang behind you, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no squad behind you. If you standing on your own 2 feet, you gonna have to stand up tall, and you gonna have to stand up every time. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you gonna be taken advantage of, you gonna be disregarded, dudes gonna just walk past you and walk over you. And you know, you gonna have to, you know, be the one who stopped that. Nobody else ain't gonna stop. Administration ain't gonna stop. They can write all the notes they want to write, or this, that, and the third. They not gonna stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because when it came down to it, and they got all these complaints, and these dudes kept getting beat up and busted up, then what they did was they started taking the ice and bringing the ice in and putting it in the back in the salad port where it would be behind locked door, right? And they would wait till the wreck come back in, because I think like on the second time that they bought ice that day, it would be like 1 o'clock and people would be outside for wreck. They wouldn't come back in till like 2:30. So the ice would just be sitting in there, they wait for everybody to come in. Now the ice is half water. You know, the ice done melted, and you can't get no ice because they got the ice locked back there because they so many dudes complaining about getting ice. It didn't stop nothing, and it didn't last long. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes was coming like, man, open the back door, man, let me get somebody. Now you gotta wait till the wreck come in. So dudes was doing even more complaining than they was at first. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a ball of confusion and a ball of chaos, man. All over ice, frozen water. You know what I'm saying? Frozen water. So it was crazy, man, and it was it was dramacidal for sure. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it was easy to get iced over some ice. You know what I'm saying? You can literally get iced over some ice in prison. Crazy but true, you know. And like I say, over the years, different compounds, I've seen all types of different stuff. I've had little drama myself over ice on different compounds, man. One incident that come to mind off the top, man, was this big old Bama that was on Big Bama that was on Greensville with me. He was a bully, right? Obviously, he was a bully. He was a big dude, man, probably about 6'3", probably about 290, 300. And that's all he was a bully. He just take advantage of weak people, take advantage of dudes he thought he could beat. Now, he would fight, and I have actually seen him fight, and I really wasn't impressed. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't impressed at all, because he big, so he just tried to overpower dudes or whatnot, but he had no technique, no real skill, and dudes was really scared of him because of his size. He used to always get in poker games and get to lose, and then he get mad and he want to knock the cards off the table, buck on paying dues. You know, I remember I was outside with him one time. He was playing poker. He was losing real bad. So a lot of times dudes get to losing, and they get to coming up with excuses why they losing, so they can try to find a way to get out of paying that bill. So they want to start a fight or start something just so they won't have to pay that bill. So I can remember being outside one time with him, and he was playing poker. He was losing, and he did just that. Got mad, knocked the cards off the table. So the dude that was running the game was like, man, what type of stuff you into, man? You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that, man. Get out my game with that foolishness, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get out. I ain't paying nothing. Oh, see, y'all, you gonna pay? He said, I ain't paying nothing. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, well, what's up? He said, man, I don't know who you think. So he's like, come over here in the corner. When you out on the yard, especially on Greensville, they got a corner spot over there where the cameras can't see, the booth can't see. So dudes will go over there and they'll rock it out. So they go over there. He thought dude was scared, but dude went over there with him. You know what I'm saying? Dude won't no little dude, but he definitely won't big as Boone. The dude name was Boone. He definitely won't big as Boone. So they go over there, man, and he's talking, so what's that? He said, man, I ain't trying to talk. Boom, 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 boom. They get the rumbling. So Boom basically grabbed him and just slammed him to the ground and got on top of him, got a couple of punches in and everything for dudes was talking about, man, break it up, man, break it up. The CO making a round on the yard. And they break the joint up. And it really wasn't impressive to me, you know what I'm saying? So I done seen what you're working with, so it definitely ain't, you know, and it don't even matter to me because like I say, I'm going to win at all costs. I don't care what the cost is, but I'm going to win because I'm not going to let you hurt me no matter what. So I won't never impress with him, but he ended up being in my block. So he ended up moving in my block. When he was in my block, you know, he in there running little scam poker games out there, bullying dudes, screaming on them, yelling at them. You know, they get scared because he bark all out. Man, what? Yeah. Man, y'all, man, I keep losing all these hands, man. I better not, you know, all this foolishness, you know what I'm saying, just to shake dudes up. I don't even understand why they got in this game and played with him because they knew it was a bunch of larceny and they knew how he was going to carry. So he happened to be in the cell with a dude that I knew, but I didn't know. He knew my family on the street. I didn't know him. He was locked up. He was in there. So I used to talk to him because he had only been locked up for probably about 8-9 years. And he used to just tell me how he, you know, you see my brother on the street and, you know, see my sister, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. He was in the cell with this clown. You know what I'm saying? So I can remember during this time, like I say, I was getting iced. And I had a little young dude in the cell with me that actually knew my daughter on the street. So that's why I had moved him in the cell with me. He was a little young dude. He was from around the same place where my daughter was. He went to school with my daughter. He knew my daughter real well. So I took him under my wing, had him in the cell with me. Shout out to Goo, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, he got out and locked back up, but he's trying to get his liberation right now. So shout out to him. But I sent him down there one day to get some ice, right? With a bag, right? Because I'm sitting in there watching something on TV. So he go down there to get the ice. He bring the ice back up in the bag, set it in the sink, you know, and I think no more about it. I think I told us something about this before on one of my videos. I'm almost sure I did. But this cat, Boom, he goes down there to get some ice this day, and it ain't no more ice down there. So he's snapping out and yelling and making all this noise. Now, mind you, I told you I had already seen him with all of his antics on the poker table. I've seen him with his antics inside the building with the poker table. I've seen him with his antics with the ice out there in the block. This dude had the audacity one day to go down there to get some ice, and there wasn't no ice in there, and there was another dude. The ice on Greensville is right beside the microwave. There was another dude that had his cup of ice sitting on the microwave waiting for his food to finish. And Boom had just came in there and found out there wasn't no ice, so he get to barking. Man, y'all keep taking all these ice out here, man. Oh, you suckers, man. I'm sick of y'all taking this. I'm sick of it. And dude standing right there, and you could tell he a little nervous because Boom talking so loud and so close to him. So he look over and see the cup of ice sitting on the microwave. He smacked the man cup of ice all across the floor. You know what I'm saying? He should have got crushed right then and there, no matter how big he is. But the dude was scared. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, what you do that for? He said, shut up, man. You know, get all up in the man's face and doing all this foolishness. So I had already seen these things, so I knew how to proceed with the clown if ever he crossed my path. You know what I'm saying? And we had spoke to each other. We was cordial or whatever, but we don't kick it because I don't even rock with clowns like that. Man, I'm sitting up there just minding my business, and this clown pop up at the door. And he pop up at the door asking my celly, and this how he come, aggressive, like, hey, you just got a bag of ice from down there, man. Ain't no more ice down there. You took all the ice. So he looked at him like I'm sitting on the bed with my legs crossed on the stool looking at the TV, and I'm like, man, what you coming to the door with all that for? Man, he got the ice for me. That's my ice. Man, let me get some of that. I said, man, what? He was like, man, let me get some of that ice. I mean, I stand up. I said, man, you better get away from my door. That's what? I said, you heard what I said, man. Get away from my door. Don't come to my door with all that foolishness, man. Who you think you're talking to? So the dude that was in the cell with him that I knew was coming upstairs was like, man, come on, Boom, come on. He acting like he all tough, like he want to do something. I'm like, what it is? You know what I'm saying? Come on up in here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll come up in there. And he actually stepped 1 feet over the door sill. And then I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He's talking about, man, you don't scare me. You must don't know all this. I won't even trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm already strapped, you know what I'm saying? I got that Bethlehem on me, I keep it close. When I'm sitting in that cell with that door open, I'm strapped like a Georgia ham. He would ran up in there, it was gonna be a casket for him, you know? So he talking, the dude ended up getting him away. So now he acting like he know I'm strapped, but he, okay, all right, don't worry about it, and he leave. Now when a dude do that in prison, he basically acting like it's the equivalent to a dude out here saying, all right, let me go to the trunk of my car. I'll be back, you know what I'm saying? So I get up and get on, and I come down there and I see him running around and doing this and doing that. And, you know, on Greensville, you could go to the back door down the bottom or up top, and you can open that little chase door and you could go to the bars and you can holler to the people in the other block. So he went down there and went in the back like he hollering to somebody on the other side, like he trying to get that Bethlehem or something, like he want to put some work in. So once I came downstairs and seen him in the back, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying, this is what he doing? And I actually walk, like I'm walking laps now, you know, pacing, but I'm out here strapped and ready for whoa. And I can jive like her, I'm like, yeah, send that, tell him to send. So boom, when he come out, he pacing around and acting like he waiting for somebody to send him something back there. And he see me over there posted up and I'm looking right at him because I want him to know I'm watching you, my dude. I'm watching you. So he looking at me, and I'm looking at him, so he walk over to me, and I walk straight to him. I'm like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He told me, what's up with you? I said, let me tell you something. You can keep on pump faking, and you can act like you're going back there to get something, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you go back there again, I'm coming too. I'm coming too. And ain't but one of us coming up out there. He told me, what? I said, man, there ain't no need to get loud. If you go back there again and act like you trying to get something from me, I'm coming right behind you.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure delicious.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.